We're free here for this match. It's been an interesting match so far, ladies and gents.
Legends.
I know you agree. We might see ONIC go a little crazy this time around, or less crazy this time around.
I think it's going to be one of those games determined by how well the EXP laners are doing at Turtle 2 and Turtle 3.
Yeah.
And then who gets a better start at the fight at Lord 1. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at those very specific sequences. Turtle 1 can be a throwaway. If Turtle 1 ends up becoming like the reason why one of these teams won, something went terribly wrong. So you're looking at Turtle 2 onwards up to Lord 1, and then from there, this could be finished before Lord 3.
Yeah. To summarize, I think to you know, put this match in one sentence, if ONIC gets 2 turtles, that's it. Because they're gonna play the farm game.
Yep.
And if they take this to late game, they win the matchups that they have.
Yeah.
You have a Lancelot that can just move around fights. You have a Moskov that naturally just wins the matchup against the Harriet. Twisted Minds are on a timer here. They have to sort of build up a good momentum with the Harriet, taking this to the mid game, and then utilizing this crazy combo from the Akai and Arlo to just deathball the hell out of this game.
Yeah, this game is not as free as game number 2 for the Kimmy, just because, you know, Farsa exists in this one.
And the Hylos.
And the Hylos. He's gonna hunt you down.
And the Lapu.
So, Sean's gonna have to dip and dodge out of a lot of things.
Sui, hello?
Sui took everything there.
Ouch.
The stun from Super Friend, setting up the Thorn Rose by King Kong. The guy will be able to regen. He should still be healthy though.
He's a panda. He can take it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pandas are very resilient.
We are. We very much are.
There you go. Straight from the panda's mouth.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Poe.
You're welcome. Okay. They're gonna give the Kimmy level 4 through the EXP lane.
All right, and they're gonna be ready for the turtle fight, so that's good.
Yeah. Look at Brusco chasing Sui. He's going around. He wants to use the heavy spin as Kirk and King Kong are taunted by Kaloy. Brusco fights Sui though, already forced to revitalize. Revitalize not popped off just yet by Kaloy. That could end up becoming the X Factor. Look at Sean.
Ow!
Way too close to Super Prince and Brusco. He doesn't care. Let's go with the final slash to start things off. First blood goes to Twisted. Turtle will go to Twisted as well. Wait, no. They're slowing things down. They're waiting for it. SOD hits the turtle in the tail.
Somebody called it. I think Nausea called the SOD. They stopped hitting the turtle for a second. They knew there was a possible steal from Kelra, but look at Nausea. Yeah. The confidence on this guy, bro.
Kelra is a bit too busy not dying to Nausea at this point. And we're seeing that big advantage you guys mentioned. When you do get that first turtle, especially if you're on the side Twisted.
This is natural for Twisted Minds though. They have a stronger early game. Again, we saw how great the Arlott and Akai combo was. I'm just not so sure about how ONIC played that turtle fight. They chased the Akai, and when Sean was out of position, Super Friends held on to the Fitter Strike.
Yeah.
So the moment he landed the first strike on Sean, he was able to flicker out. But there was a moment there when the Kimi was stunned for like a whole second, but there was nothing from the side of ONIC. It was quiet.
Yeah, it was just Super Friends who got the stun off on him. The other members were too close to the bottom side of the turtle pit, closer to the mid shrubs. Look at King Kong.
Ow!
And Super Friends put in the work to try and take Sean down under tower, but just not enough. SOD! Sean expected that an SOD would come out and he just walked past it.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Nausea called it again.
So this is big brain plays over and over and over again, apparently, for Twisted.
It's the Nausea synergy, bro.
Nausea wasn't close enough to see it, but he probably just told Sean, hey man, watch out for this SOD.
Yeah, SOD.
He yelled, incoming!
Yeah, because he was recalling and he stopped it, moved for a bit, and then didn't get sniped by Kelra. Twisted again. Good momentum in the early game, but they have to keep this going. They have to make sure that this second turtle, they're able to like transition out of it for the next objective.
And the transition is going to be into Brusco this time. Look at that. They're just going hard on this one. And Sensui, they're very aware of the advantage they have. Top lane, though, different story. Lansui's dipping and diving on 2 people.
Good stun. He doesn't mind. He doesn't have enough damage here. No final slash. Lansu still fighting. King Kong. Third roll to the time. Lansu flickered back. This might be dangerous for him, but Kirk doesn't have an ultimate to finish him off. Meanwhile, the turtle with Twisted Minds will be able to take the turtle once again. No problem.
Yeah, dude, he probably thought the last was there. Nausea though.
Under the turret in mid, Super Friends able to wings by wings on out.
That's too much, man. Twisted Minds is really blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, this is getting weird and awkward for ONIC Philippines. Now that they've lost 2 turtles, the snowball wouldn't be there. Their way towards late game is gonna be a hard road. They have to stall Twisted Minds, but I'm pretty sure they're starting to gear up. Now that the shields are down, they can start pushing.
2 team fights. If Twisted Minds wins Turtle 3, Lord 1, you can count it as pretty much done if ONIC doesn't get any favorable trades. I said it at the top of the game, man. If one of these teams lost Turtle 1, something went terribly wrong. King Kong, too dangerous there. If Kaloy got that unbreakable stun on him.
He was charging it, but the dash was enough to like make sure that the distance was there and the gap was not closed for Kaloy to reach the Lancelot. But then again, you see Twisted, now they're moving around as 4 members. Kelra being very, very safe with his positioning, but he doesn't know Sensui's here.
It's going to be so vindicating for Sensui if he wins this series.
Oh, yeah.
With Twisted against ONIC, his
100%.
former org. This would be massive. People are asking, where's MPL? Why bring Sensui in? Sensui was asking himself, why bring this guy in? Referring to himself.
Yeah.
Why me?
The 2 face of Twisted, the utility king and then MP the king.
That's true.
There you go.
I mean, they brought that up in interviews last season. Like, that's why they're in the same team.
Yeah.
Sensui, though, way too forward, but he doesn't mind. He's a panda that can get out of there. Could be a big sandwich play, though, as there's the glorious pathway. Brusco from behind. It looks like the members of Twisted Minds are going to get countered here.
Nausea!
Sensui, heavy spin, just more than enough. Nausea zoning out Super Frizz, almost taking him down. He still found him under tower. He committed the flicker, synchro fission, and the basic attack.
Dude, let me just say, Twisted Minds, they have a way of shutting down the Monster Mage.
It's crazy.
It's-
Prince is out.
Dude, this is... It's been a long time since I've seen Super Prince play a game like this.
Exactly, final slash shot gonna land onto the Salmon Force. They're fighting. King Kong trying to survive. He's gonna be able to get away, but the Twisted Minds are still fighting into it. Feather Dash strike gets tossed out. Kaloy uses the AOG. Here comes Kelra! SOD! And that is 2 down for Twisted Minds. Ascend. So we will be able to heavy spin on out of there.
That could have been so much worse for Twisted Minds. Luckily, they do have a bit of an advantage. They're able to just get out by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been so much worse, but it's still a disaster for Twisted Minds. Now, ONIC, they pull ahead. They shut down the goal lead that Twisted Mind has, and Prince, now he is feeling it. They have the late game on their hands. They steal the purple buff, and now the map is back to ONIC.
It's crazy, man. That could have been a wipeout, and that could have been so much worse. But you know what? You're absolutely right. ONIC, looking like they played it to a T here.
Yeah, the SOD was very crucial. Even though Lansu landed a nice final slash, the damage wasn't there to finish King Kong. Maybe the targeting was off, and then the SOD, the first hit 3 heroes, already proccing the Spear of Quiescence from Kelra, and then he just delivered the finishing blow to take down Nausea.
Yeah, it's also crazy that Super Prince was able to go back into that sequence. That was coming from off of the fact that he almost fell to Nausea in the mid. He was forced to flicker on out of there. Then Super Prince says, wait for me, guys. I'll still be able to join you. The feathered airstrike was perfect to set up for the SOD for Kelra. And now ONIC have more room to maneuver with and a better chance that they might just completely sweep the rug from underneath Twisted Mind's feet in this game number 3.
That was actually a perfect time to also just cast that feathered airstrike because all their dashes are already on cooldown.
Okay. Yes.
No one could actually reach Super Prince there, so that was beautiful coming in from ONIC. And now they have a bit of a lead here. Let's see how they use it.
They saw King Kong. He crossed over to Lanzo. They know King Kong's on bot side. So if they block up this Lancelot, they can just rush his Lord. But they have to be careful of the SOD though.
Yeah, King Kong's going to be close enough. It looks like the angle is good for him. Kaloy already uses the Unbreakable. That should be a good sign that the Lancelot should be able to go in. Lansu, good angle. Okay, that's going to land from the Kimmy. Nausea already throws out. The Zaman Force Feather Dash strikes Sensui! Because his heavy spin was too disruptive. It's actually Sean who gets it. But here comes Kelra. The stun from Kirk.
SOD!
And SOD to the back. Sean is able to flick around, but Kelra is going to be able to finish him off under tower. He sees Nausea. Nausea surrounded by the Super Fam. And that's another kill. 3 down on the side of Twisted.
There is that X factor you expect when you see Kelra in the play here, despite being down for a big majority of this game, ONIC are now in control.
Hey, Mr. Carlto, you called it earlier. We're gonna see a lot of like crazy plays here, and we saw a lot of crazy plays from Kelra before when he's on the Moskov, and he's doing it again. Twisted Minds, even though they were ahead in the early game, now you are under the mercy. You are at the mercy of the Kelra Moskov.
They are in control right now. Even King Kong even catching up there on the Lancelot. He was given a hard time here since Sui definitely controlling most of the objectives. So we'll see that on the replay here. And yeah, he was very disruptive, like you mentioned, but the follow-up was just no way for Twisted to control this.
I mean, since Sui, he had a good idea of how to take control of the Lord, but after that, this is where ONIC is really, really good at the Lord turns, you know, fighting after the enemy team has used everything on the Lord. No heavy spin, no Zaman Force. Brusco used the Glorious Pathway on top of the Zaman Force, so Nausea had to go back. Essentially, Twisted Minds had nothing in that team fight.
Yeah, once that heavy spin was committed, and even though Twisted Minds got the Lord, it seems like at one point you saw that ONIC decided we can give this up, it's fine.
Yeah.
The call was probably to just go on the heroes instead. The interplay between Kirk and Kelra, because Kirk was relatively alone there when he, Kelra was relatively alone until Kirk showed up, dropped the Landshaker to start the string of kills that Kelra eventually got.
Yeah, this is the mark of a very good team. They know when to give up Lord and then just force fights. Especially in this scenario where ONIC is actually stronger in terms of team fights because of the fact that they see spells being used and then capitalizing on the fact that Kelra is now farmed up.
Sensui, he is in a perfect angle to go for a gank. Kirk decides to dash into the Shrub, and they find Sensui. They're not going to commit it. Phantom Execution, they're not gonna chase after the Sakai.
Oh, hey, I like that Twisted is still trying to really fight back despite the non-stop streak that we've seen from ONIC so far. So they do see if maybe someone gets picked off here, we can still have a bit of a good fight.
Yep.
So that's not removed from Twisted. I like what we're seeing, but definitely ONIC do have more control still.
It's a big challenge here for Twisted Minds, though. They have to deal with the Moskov. The problem is there's two ways of them catching out Kelra in a team fight. It's the heavy spin or the surprise final slash from Lansu. Considering the fact that there's no Purify from Kelra,
that's right,
the jump would be very, very important. It can't be Kaloy. It takes a while for a Gato to charge up any crowd control.
No one has Purify on ONIC. I love that you brought that up right now.
And it looks like ONIC Philippines are playing around very well with the idea of the final slash on the other side. Kirk, perfect gank angle. Super Prince as well. This Feathered Airstrike could be deadly, but Lansu senses it. He goes in. Here comes the Glorious Pathway. Sensui wins the Retribution battle, but can they get away? Kelra is split pushing up top.
SOD.
He throws the SOD. It will land. He will join. Nausea and Kaloy were left behind, and that's one down for Twisted. Kaloy jumps away, and little by little, King Kong found Sensui. Phantom Execution into the Thorned Rose. This looks like this is it.
It's the same sequence that happened earlier. Give up Lord, pressure elsewhere, SOD Kelra. Again with the Moskov play. Lord, though, in the middle lane, Kirk jumps in.
And that's going to be a Thorned Rose committed. Lansu misses the stun. Look at King Kong dancing under the base. But Lansu predicting the final slash to make sure King Kong gets down. Preemptive that was perfectly timed by Lansu.
Big brain plays, but it will not be enough. King Kong, nice try there, going straight inside the base here.
Yeah.
Of Twisted.
He thought the Kimmy didn't have the flicker. Sean was able to save himself. But even then, Twisted Minds. King Kong died. There's nothing to take on the map. ONIC is just gonna back off, and you still go back to the idea that Kelra's just getting, massive and massive as the game goes on longer.
Yeah, net gold worth definitely is going to be 0, at least for that Lord, because now it is going to be Twisted still on the push.
Lansu, conceal play, flicker, final slash! Perfectly timed by Twisted Minds. Brusco gone in an instant.
It's one gone, but that is huge. High loss removed here means the map is now on Twisted's side.
Yeah, that's worth. Because they're probably going to have flicker again on Lansu for the next Lord. But the mere fact that they took down this Hylos means the Moskov could not get out. So they will have the opportunity to push.
Yeah, make an opening here, remove some of these towers, make it easier to wave or manage those minion waves for the next Lord.
My goodness.
Man, that's a good plan.
this series is culminating in such an exciting way.
Oh.
King Kong gets spotted out. Heavy Spin is not going to be able to pin down King Kong. Traction Pulse gets thrown out. Here comes Kirk. He's going to be able to commit into this. CC Immune, Raging Slash committed already. Land Shaker, he's not going to toss it.
Yeah, King Kong though, pushing in the middle lane. They're pushing Twisted back.
Does he know? No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't know.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, we go to a reset.
Yeah, Twisted Minds lose their position though, but ONIC and King Kong are going to be playing the map. And I like how you see how Kirk and Super Prince are actually playing around the bottom side of the river to help out King Kong's rotation back towards the center.
They're just making sure that the opposite lane is controlled bit by bit here, but Twisted, they still are probably going to be able to get a small advantage on that long lane, considering the fact that Kelra starts from the mid.
Yeah.
He's still going to go back though, but it might give Twisted Mind some opening, especially with the Arlott having that flicker again in 20 seconds time.
Yeah. ONIC usually very good at the late game map control here, but it feels like Twisted also just knows how to make sure the waves are managed, that we can be ready for the next Lord fight, and that's exactly what's happening right here.
Twisted Minds are going to start things off here. They don't have the vision just yet on King Kong. They're forcing a reaction from the members of ONIC. Brusco, King Kong, and Kirk. Glorious Pathway already committed. King Kong goes in with the Phantom Execution, but Sensui wins the Retribution battle. The stun, the Immobilizer, the heavy spin. AOG as well. Kelra able to free hit, but Nosha is safe as well. Twisted Minds are backing off. They're going to leave their roamer behind. That's a kill onto Kaloy. Advantage, though, for ONIC. They continue to go for the chase, but King Kong takes a lot of damage. And Twisted Minds' Lord will push out of the mid, but yet again, they cannot go with it as much as they want to.
Yeah.
This is deja vu.
Now Twisted, yeah, it is a deja vu, but this time they are prepared. You saw Lansu, when he saw the SOD, he was just standing there waiting for Kelra to pop out. That's why ONIC sort of hesitated in terms of taking a team fight, because if he jumped in, there was a final slash flicker coming out from the Arlott, and potentially they could take down the Moscow at that time. So now they're sort of addressing this jump coming out from ONIC. They have an answer, but is it going to be enough though?
Oh, Sensui's going to get caught out of the mid. Heavy spin, he gets pinned down! Sensui saves himself, and he might have saved the game, but Kelra finds Lansu. Kaloy misses the AOG. Final slap by Lansu to stop the fight for Kirk as Kirk gets taken down. Twisted are doing it! 3 down on the side of ONIC, but Kelra and Super Prince remain.
They're gonna run on mid. Kelra has different plans here. There is a minion wave on bottom, but will it be enough?
They have to go back. He has to go back.
He has to go back and defend this. ONIC through the Monster Mage and through the God of the Gold Lane. Can they defend against the plot twist that no one expected? Sensui coming back in. Super Prince clears out the minion wave. Kelra with a double stun, but he finally gets taken out. No plot twist just yet.
King Kong is alive in the nick of time, and beautiful effort from Super Prince and Kelra to clear those minion waves.
King Kong gets taunted by Kaloy. Nosha, Kaloy, and Lansu. Can they finally end it here? Brusco with the Glorious Pathway. Kirk trying to clear the minion wave as well. Lansu still alive with a final slash to potentially give more time for Twisted Minds to finally finish it off. Nosha able to free hit. Brusco holding on. Brusco gets taken out. No minion waves again just yet. Super Prince will be back in time.
They're just buying time for ONIC PH one by one.
Bottom side of the map.
Feather there striking that minion wave will get cleared real quick. And Sensui trying to buy time yet again. He's trying to find the angle for the heavy spin. Kelra's back here. Enough damage. Twisted need to back off because they cannot end it just yet. Welcome to MPL Philippines.
Every week we get a game like this.
Insane.
Oh my
God. That was insanity.
At this point, I cannot even say I've seen everything, because every time we see something like this, amazing stuff coming out from Twisted Minds. It started off with Lansu's final slash, literally walked right in front of Kelra, so the Moscow was not able to free hit. And now we go back to a reset. Lord fight between these two teams.
I love that. I love that. That's peak Pinoy resilience from ONIC. Right there.
Moscow though on the long lane. They have the advantage.
Split Bruce with counter attraction pulse. This is bad. Brusco's gonna get caught off. Feather Air Strike is not gonna be enough to cover him, but Brusco eventually gets taken out. King Kong finds Nausea. Thorn Rose. Nausea dodges it. Nausea still alive.
SOD.
He uses the Cyclone Eye. Here comes the SOD. Kelra still deciding to split push, but Nausea decides to defend. Kelra joins Lanzu with the flicker. Final slash. Kelra barely alive. AOG. Kelra dodges it. Zaman Force thrown out, and ONIC need to slow things down. They're chasing after Kirk.
Lanzu?
Just done by Lanzu. ONIC back off.
Oh my god, Lanzu is breaking the game of ONIC Philippines Kelra. This Moskov, the long lane factor, yes, there is a Moskov on the long lane, but they just have to send somebody back. If he SODs, there's always that final slash coming up on Lanzu. No flicker on Kelra.
20 minutes in this titanic game. Twisted Minds
King Kong?
have zoned out King Kong and the rest of ONIC. And that's for the second time this season! The God in the gold lane, not with a spear of destruction, but the steep spear of destiny in his hand!
How many times are you allowed to do that? Kelra, come on!
This is not fair. This is not fair. Twisted Minds, they had this game. It came down to one play from Kelra time and time again. From the international stage, we bring it back to Philippines.
Everyone's alive now. This is going to be a bit of an even fight, but look at the pressure. Look at the control that ONIC now has.
What are plot twists when gods decide fate and destiny? The power in the palm of their hand. Victory set in their eyes. Lanzu's gonna get caught out here by King Kong. Kelra in the mid. The Lord getting willed down quickly by Twisted Minds. Brusco with a glorious pathway. Kaloi gets done. Kaloi gets taken out. But he gets to AOG on out of there. He still has immortality. King Kong with the off-angle entry. Sensui with a heavy span. And the turnaround is real as Brusco falls. Kirk will fall as well. Double kill for Sean. This story in this legendary game, it's not over yet.
Oh my god, the battle of the families, man. Lanzu on the Arlet. You thought the game was over. One spear, but all it came down to was one slash from Lanzu to halt this game and go back to a reset.
That looks so bad for Twisted. And they hit the reset button. It's now a 3v5. And they're walking in. This is their nth time. Gods are bleeding already. Will they end it here?
Lanzu with a flicker and the stun onto King Kong. But King Kong survives again. Lanzu builds the immortality. The wave clear of ONIC is too damn good. And they clear too damn fast for Twisted Minds to end it.
There's a wave in mid though. Feathered Airstrike.
Feathered Airstrike already committed. But it looks like Twisted Minds are not healthy enough to fight into it. The minion waves to the side lanes too much as well.
Reset again.
How many resets do we need?
Oh, Glorious Pathway. Nausea's gonna get caught out. He has his ultimate. Sensui with a heavy spin traction pulse to give space. Twisted do not want to give up what could be an unforgettable win in their hands.
Yeah, those minions are on the base. They have to clear
Top lane, look at Super Prince.
Clear it up. Super Prince walking it up on top, trying to get something happening. But that's a no-go here. Twisted do spot it out, but this time it's an ONIC Lord. Or will it be?
They're not even sure. They're not even sure because they can't see Sensui.
Yeah, they don't have the information yet on this Akai. One red tree to decide this potentially, but the top lane minion wave for ONIC
that's big.
Needs to be dealt with by Twisted.
Absolutely monstrous here. Now it is going to be a coin toss. Here on this Lord, they're trying to leash it as much as they can.
They're playing it slow. Sean cannot show himself, but he has to at some point. Sensui and Lanzu has to bring in the miracle here for Twisted Minds.
Super 5-man for ONIC.
Super Fist gets knocked up. Thorndor's already committed there. Kelra.
Reset, what?
Far, reset, close enough. Sean cutting it. Kaloi takes a lot of damage. The taunt on the Super Prince. Super Prince gets taken out, but he gets to flicker out. He still survives. Lanzu with the final slash. He finds counter Sensui's heavy spin is not going to be enough. Kirk, the zone out as well. But that's under the Zaman Force. The Feathered Air Strike by Super Prince. King Kong gets taken out. Twisted Minds are winning this little by little. Sean with a kill onto Kirk. Brusco gets taken out as well. And Twisted might have finally completed the plot twist.
It's Super Friends and Kelra once again. They will have to defend. Lanza goes back after pulling out a Miracle Slash once again. He doesn't even die for it. Immortality with a Winter Crown purchase, and now Twisted Minds for the end time in the game. They will push.
This should be the game that puts Lansu in the eyes of the global audience as an EXP laner to watch out for.
Kelra, he's trying to look for something on the top lane. But there is a cover-up from Twisted Minds.
Prince, King Kong, and Kelra will be the ones to defend.
3v5 though, King Kong's alive.
Kirk and Brusco are cutting it too close.
Yeah, this Lord is going to be no joke. This is going to be hard to take here.
SOD gets tossed out. Kaloy uses the AOG. Twisted Minds are they just going to throw bodies. Only 1 minion wave. Lansu again with the stun. Twisted Minds are trying to lock down the turret. Lock! Tower locked! And block twist completed!